What are your general thoughts on carbohydrates and sugars? Different people have, again, different people who are involved in the nutrition world have very
Yeah.
different opinions and takes on this. I think even the average person knows that consuming huge amounts of processed sugar and processed carbs at this stage is not great for you. But just how bad is it? And if someone is going to consume carbohydrates, perhaps who should and who shouldn't, and what
Yeah.
types should they consume versus which types they should avoid?
Yeah. That's about a 5-hour question. Okay. So, if I suck back a little, you can get essential fatty acids. There are essential nutrients in oils that you need to have and you can't make. There are essential nutrients in proteins that you got to have, but you can't make. So they're called essential fatty acids, essential amino acids. There are no essential carbohydrates. There is nothing in carbohydrates that you cannot get elsewhere. They may have minerals in them and some vitamins in them, but you can get those in other places. So carbohydrates, from the perspective of essential nutrients, is the least important food on the planet. They give you energy, and if you're working hard, then that energy, you'll burn that energy. But there's nothing in them you actually have to have. So I tend to be more in the direction of eating greens, good fats, and proteins. So I eat greens, seeds, and nuts. That's where my focus is. I have no sugar in my house. I have no bread in my house. There's no white flour in my house. And I don't use any of the colorless, odorless, tasteless oils that the industry makes, because I call those the white oils. I get my oils made with health in mind, and I eat seeds and nuts.
When you say the white oils, just to be specific for clarity for the listeners, which ones are those? I think I know what you mean by that, but
all the ones in plastic bottles that line the shelves of all the grocery stores, that are colorless, odorless, tasteless, that have been treated with sodium hydroxide, phosphoric acid, bleached, and then heated to frying temperature to clean them up. And all of that's done for shelf life. So all those shelf-stable oils I call them white oils, except for extra virgin olive oil, which is made in a different way, if it's really extra virgin olive oil. But sometimes they cheat on the olive oil too.
So when you say white oils, you mean what a lot of people would call seed oils. So your sunflower oil, vegetable oil, and so on.
Yeah, the highly processed. A lot of people now are saying, don't use seed oils, don't use omega-6s. That's bad advice. You shouldn't use because they're blaming omega-6s for the damage done by processing. And nobody's talking about the damage done by processing, because that's the key issue in the arena of oils and the damage that they can do. And then that's the other thing, is we get a lot of omega-6s because they're in all the seeds and oils. We don't get enough omega-3s, so we need to change the ratio of omega-3 to 6, bring in more omega-3s, and then get the omega-6s also made with health in mind. Again, that's what we do in the blend. Everything you need, right ratio, in glass, organic, no pesticides, no plastics, and made with health in mind, without that damage that gets you a million damaged molecules for every cell in your body in a tablespoon, right? So we addressed that problem 45 years ago. And most people who talk against oils haven't, it's true, the colorless, odorless, tasteless oils cause problems, but they're only telling you what's wrong. They're not telling you what's right. They haven't fixed it. We fixed it. We fixed it 45 years ago. And the people who write those books never talk to me. Not one of those people has ever talked to me. So they just talked, and they've only done half their homework. I did all the homework. That's why we found a solution for it.
I hear that. Why is frying so bad? I've heard you talk about just how terrible frying is in the way that people typically do it. So what are the dangers of fried foods?
Okay. Well, fried oils fry health. Oils are vindictive. They treat you like you treat them. If you fry them, they will fry your health. If you treat them with care, they will take care of your health. Fried foods fry health, because when you turn the food, first it goes yellow, then it goes brown, then it goes black, and then it smokes. Well, you're changing food molecules into into unnatural molecules, including carcinogenic molecules. And the association between frying and inflammation, and frying increasing the risk of cancer, is well studied and is pretty well established. So why is that? Well, because these are the sensitive nutrients, the most sensitive nutrients. Light damages them, it causes free radicals, then you get chain reactions that damage a lot of molecules. Oxygen makes them go rancid, and heat, high heat, twists the molecules and changes them and creates trans fatty acids, lots of other problems too. And they're literally all kinds of fragmented and cyclized and double bond changed and polymerized molecules. All kinds of changes in molecules happen in the frying pan. Frying is the stupidest thing we have ever invented to do to our food from the perspective of health. So what you're doing is you're damaging everything. And when you have oil in a frying pan, it's being damaged by light, by oxygen, and by high temperature, all at the same time. Right? And when you overheat protein or starch or fats, all three of them increase inflammation and the risk of cancer, independent of the others. All of them do. So this is like burning food. Is dumb, because nature's mandate was fresh, whole, raw, organic for every creature that eats. In nature, other than us, it's all fresh, whole, raw, organic. Right? We're supposed to be eating raw, right? Because there are enzymes and probiotics in raw foods, on raw foods, that improve digestion and protect you from all kinds of problems in your digestive tract.